is Clear Experiences. We are close to the ending of this season. We have one more episode, but we'll be back with season 2 with all new content, so stay tuned. In the meantime, go back and listen to all of the past videos and subscribe, like, comment, and share with everyone you know. To be young, gifted, and Black. I'm still all of that, by the way, but not like in the same way as last week. Well, today I want to tell you that the dreams of our youth are possible in our youth, but still, it takes a plan and a vision. Too many times we put off our dreams because we may think that we're too young or we don't have the right resources, but not my guest. My guest today, not only is she young, gifted, and Black, but also she decided that she had a vision that needed to be started right now. So what did she do? She asked for the help that was needed to get her dream of entrepreneurship moving. Milan Scott is the founder and CEO of Keyshawna Enterprises, Inc., a personal care beauty brand that aims to increase representation of Black and brown individuals in the beauty industry and show that your beauty is defined by just being you. Welcome to My Vision is Clear Experiences, Milan. How you doing?
Doing great. Thank you for having me.
I am so excited and so ready to get in to the deets of this new business. I won't share the name yet. I'm excited. I'm just so excited. So I'm so glad you're here. But before we get started, I always like to do a little icebreaker of some sort. So I know that Product Junkie, has been very friendly with Amazon and all these online stores during this pandemic. Let the viewers know, what was the last thing you ordered on Amazon or online store, wherever? What was the last thing you ordered?
Okay, so actually it was today. I have an Amazon business account and I needed to get some more bottles. I'm coming out with the hair product, so I had to get some more bottles. So I just ordered some more today.
Nice.
I'm on Amazon all the time.
I can imagine. At least it was for your business. Okay. Yeah. That's a good sign. I can't say the same. And I, in fact, received something today, but it had nothing to do with my business. So you're on a good path. So Keyshawna. Did I say that right? Or Keyshawna?
Keyshawna.
Keyshawna. Yes. Y'all don't let me mess this name up. Keyshawna. I love that name, Keyshawna. It's so different, and it's a good combination of two wonderful people in your life. And so I want the viewers to know, first of all, who is Milan and what is Keyshawna?
So Keyshawna is actually my middle name. That's where I got the name of my business from. My brand, we are a company that sells cosmetics, personal care products to Black and brown people with dark skin and textured hair. We really push for natural, clean ingredients. And yeah, we just try to our motto is that we want people to feel beautiful in whatever way makes them happy. And so that's what we really push.
I love that because, when you talk about your motto, your mission statement is simply being beautiful, just being who you are. And so Keyshawna adds to that in what way?
So my products, we come out with cosmetics. And so I know that for me, I struggle with my self-confidence. And so the reason why that was my motto is because I really wanted to encourage people to, feel beautiful in whatever way made them happy. And so I felt beautiful wearing makeup, and that's just how I felt. And I feel like that's some people like to do that, whether it's lip gloss or whether it's a full face beat. And so our products help people feel beautiful.
Yeah, I love that because, I always say that when you're putting out a product, it has to something that you love, something that you can relate to, something that you're willing to try, something that you would do, you would wear yourself. And so I know you to be beating people to the gods with your makeup. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just very, very good at what you do. And so, I know that putting in the thought process in your products was more than just, chemistry and putting this with that and all of this. This is a part of who you are. And I love that you mentioned that, you struggle with self-confidence. That's something we all struggle with, especially women, right?
Yeah.
And where we're always questioning, does this look good? This, that, sometimes, there's not a time that I can come on something like this and not have a lip or something, just
Yeah.
like, make me feel a little something. So is that what you brought into this when you decided you wanted to do this company?
Yeah, definitely. I would also say that for myself, I feel like I am an advocate for people in a way. So I really like to advocate as far as like not conforming to like traditional standards. And I think that comes from like my very strong feelings about like colorism, fat phobia, body shaming, natural hair shaming, and like the workplace, and like the list just goes on and on and on. So I definitely see my brand, um, you know, being a part of that.
Yeah, I love that. It's not just, products. It's really a cause, right?
Yeah,
It's a cause. And I love that because that can definitely expand. So I would love to know that, you're thinking about your vision. You had this, of course, was an idea, right? This was an
yeah,
idea that came from a love that you have.
yeah.
And so when the idea first like hit your brain,
Mhm.
how did that look? How did that feel? What was going on with that? Tell me that process.
It's been very intimidating. Starting a brand from start to what it is now. It's been very intimidating, and I know I can have a very outgoing personality, but sometimes I do have some introverted tendencies. As far as building a brand, I was scared to hand out business cards and stuff like that. So it's been very intimidating. But I just had to get out of my head as far as like the behavior that I displayed. I had to get out of my head and convince myself that I could do this. I could do this. So yeah.
So let's talk about that a little bit because you mentioned, just certain behaviors and even beliefs about yourself that were kind of preventing you from what, probably doing self promoting or even wanting to
Yeah,
do a business because this is your baby, right? So
yeah,
that means you got to be the face, you got to do the interviews, all of that. And when you have introverted ways, that's like, ooh, that can be a little bit of a panic. So,
yeah.
what were some of the beliefs that you had that you knew you had to overcome to say, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do this.
So starting out the business, and even sometimes still today, I do feel like I have imposter syndrome, and I think that I'm like not doing enough, or I feel scared to put myself more out there. And that's just something I had to work on with myself. I had to get out of my head, like I said before. I had to become a businesswoman. And like I said, I have some introverted tendencies, and um, I was afraid to push my business further, I guess, in fear of failure.
Mm.
Um, so scared money doesn't make money. So I definitely had to change that about myself.
I love that. Scared money don't make money. Y'all hear that? Tweet it. Okay, because that's real talk. It is. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It can just sit there and be an idea. And yes, you're right. There are a lot of makeup companies out there, big and small, right? And so you're gonna feel like you're that little duckling in a big pond of all these different options. So I love that even though that is the case, you still decided to do this because your mission statement, your whole business is not just about the products, even though I must say, y'all, they're good products, but we'll get back to but it's a cause. You know what I'm saying? There was a purpose. This is a personal growth for you. And so, people, they relate with real. You know what I'm saying? And so hearing your story and why you started really speaks to people, makes it relatable, right? Is that something that you're looking for with your business?
yeah, definitely the relatability part. Like I said, I'm very open about my vulnerability as far as like feeling my self-confidence. I talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
So I know people can connect with that. And like I said, my brand, I really want to push feeling beautiful in your own way.
Yeah. So let's go back a little bit. So you went to undergrad and now
Yes.
you're doing your master's. So when you did your undergrad, what was that in? What was the major in?
So I was actually a math major.
Okay.
It was weird because how did I get into chemistry? I had no idea that this is what I was going to do. I had planned on being an aerospace engineer, actually. And in the back of my head, I just kept feeling like this isn't my passion. But I just kept trying to push it aside and, go with for what seemed like the more stable job, and the job that would, I guess, guarantee more money. But I eventually just had to say, you know what, I'm going to follow my passion. This is what I want to do. And I'm going to be happy going to work. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. I love that because, a lot of times, young people, when we, because I was right, when we make decisions about taking that leap to college, we always feel like, I want to do this career, but was it something that I really wanted to do? Is it a real love of mine? Is it a passion of mine? Or is it just something I can do to make money? Because, at the end of the day, what are we taught? Get that stable job, get major into something that's going to get you some money consistently, right? Is not very often we're told to be entrepreneurs, right? And so I love that you still, even though you did decide, I'm going to go into be in a mathematician major, and that's what you want to, you still had, I guess, the support, right, from your family and friends to kind of say what were they telling you when you were feeling those things?
So I actually have like a little backstory as far as that. So all throughout high school, like I had anxiety about what I wanted to do. Like literally all the time I was saying, how can I choose one thing to do? There's so many careers. How do I just choose one thing? And so I remember sitting down and talking with Prudence Pollard. She's the vice president at Oakwood University. And she sat there and she told me, and she said, what would you do if money was an option? Like if you could do whatever in the whole world and money wasn't a factor, what would you do? And like, I was even kind of embarrassed to answer that beauty was something that I wanted to do if I wasn't concerned about making money. And then she just said, just do it and find a way to make money from it. And I guess her words just stuck with me for years. And it wasn't until my senior year when I talked to my roommate, Jill, who was a biochemistry major. And she told me about the formulation science industry. And so ever since then, I've just been doing research about it and I've been in love with it ever since. So that's definitely where that came from.
I love, love, love that. Shout out to Oakwood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you always want to be able to hope that, you would, meet somebody and a big person like Ms. Pollard to give you that encouragement to say to you, do what you love and just find a way to make money with it, because we don't say that. You know what I mean? We weren't taught that. And so I love that you had that. And that was almost like your green light, right? That was a green light that was like, boom, I'm going to go do this thing. So now you've graduated with your undergrad and now you're doing your master's. Now, what is your master's in?
So my master's is a master's of science in pharmaceuticals. It's technically the School of Pharmacy because we do learn about creating dermatological products, skin products, acne products, stuff like that. We do drug FDA regulations and stuff like that. So we're learning how to make these products, how to make skincare, hair care, feminine hygiene products, anything that you see, like if you go into Walmart and you see like the personal care, all of that we're learning how to do. And we learn about the raw materials, all of the ingredients that goes into it, good ingredients, not so good ingredients. We also learn a little bit about marketing and how these businesses market their products, like pH balanced or gynecologist, approved, stuff like that. So we definitely learn a lot about the broad scope of personal care.
I absolutely love that because y'all, she's not just a pretty face who wears makeup. She knows what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like you are getting in there, you're learning about the ingredients that is being put into your products, not just letting somebody tell you what it is. And so, you know what I'm saying? You're learning them, you're understanding them, you're working with them so that your products can just be a representation of what you want. I love, love, love that. And to be honest with you, that is what makes you stand out, especially as a young entrepreneur. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we have a love and we want to just jump into it and just, kind of go with this person or that person and not really understand what we're doing. Just kind of get into it. But you are doing the work. You're in school to learn, child. No limit for you. I just love this. And let me say this also, I am I'm a product junkie, okay? But I am a product junkie that loves good products. Good products. So even if I know you or I don't know you and I try your products, if they're not doing it for me, I just keep my lips closed. But y'all, Milan's products, just the lip gloss alone, honey, it's almost like it's like drinking water and your lips are just feeling the moisture. You know what I'm saying? A lot of lip glosses out here that are like cheapy chop, and even the ones that are expensive, they give the gloss, but they don't moisturize and hydrate your lips. So you're constantly like reapplying. When I tried your lip gloss and I was looking and realized, I literally said to myself, it's still on. And I still feel like it's moisturized. And I love that. So I'm big on, like, if I try it and I like it, I'm going to shout it out. I'm going to let people know about it, because these are the type of things we look for as ladies. You know what I'm saying? We don't want dry lips.
Thank you so much. Yeah, our lip gloss is actually a lip moisturizer, but it doubles as gloss. So people love that. People love that. Yes.
Yes. I love that. I love that it's moisturizer first, right? And then the gloss is just the extra. I love that. Love, love, love that. So let's talk about the fact that you're now rolling. You have your lip gloss out, and how is it doing? How are you advertising yourself? How is that going?
The process is great. It's fun. I have a lot of fun doing this. It doesn't even feel like work. Like, I love it. We only advertise on social media. I haven't done any type of advertising other than social media. I feel like I'm still growing. And I will get to that point eventually. Right now, I'm not there. I don't feel like I'm there yet, but we're growing. We are definitely growing, and we're growing into more products. We started in cosmetics. We're going into different areas now. We're moving into hair a little bit. Soon we'll have a little bit of skin, but that's in the future. But it's a great journey. I love it.
I love that you love it and that you're taking your time with it, because one of the things with social media that can happen when you're dealing with other people in the same marketing, in the same field, and you're dealing with your own self-doubts, that you feel the need to have to just do the most, to kind of just be seen, or do, half behind products just to have stuff out there. And I like that you're not doing that. So there's a lot of influences out there, right? Okay. When it comes to being seen, putting your product out there, making sure people buy it, just believing all the hype, right? And sometimes when we believe the hype, we get caught up and we feel like we have to do this now and do that now and do this now. But I like that you stated it's coming soon. So it means you're taking your time. Yeah. What are you saying to yourself? What are you doing to keep yourself from believing the hype and getting all caught up in that?
Yeah, so definitely I do a lot of research. I take baby steps, first of all. I research what goes into my product. So that in and of itself takes a lot of time. So I feel like that I'm very particular about. So that kind of holds me back from just jumping in and giving everybody a product, even though I haven't done testability testing. I haven't, given it to people to try out, stuff like that. So that definitely, restricts me in a way. Not even restrict, but it definitely keeps me focused on what I have that's working for me. I look at my analytics and I say, okay, this works. So this is never going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So my lip glosses work. So just doing research like that, what works for me and my audience that I'm reaching.
Mm-hmm. That's good. And that's important that you know what works and you roll with that. I love that. So let's talk about the vision of Keyshawna. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
do a little dance with it. I like that. Keyshawna. Your whole vision about this, what was your vision for this business? Was it one note, or did you see it like really expanding? As you stated, you want to do skincare, you want to do hair care. Is that as far as you want to go with it, or where else do you see this business going?
So when I first thought of this brand, I definitely wanted to do something that was going to be big. I want to have eventually, not right now, but eventually, I definitely want to have products that are in the entire scope of personal care. So that includes hair care, skin care, feminine care, deodorants, oral hygiene, stuff like that. Like Dove. Dove
Mm,
has, they have everything pretty
yeah.
much. I want Dove. I'm coming for you. Keyshawna is coming
Let them know. Let them know. Yes.
a few years. And like I said, I have a business plan and I have like a 5-year plan. So that keeps me steady. And I have that 5-year plan that that's how I, visualize how this brand is going to go.
Yeah. So your visual tool, do you have one? Is it a written thing? Is it like pictures? What is your motivation, your visual tool that keeps you going?
So I actually have a vision board that I made when I first thought of Keyshawna Cosmetics. And I have it right here. I just wanted to show it to you really quick. And this
Yes.
magazines, and I like cut out pictures of stuff that I wanted to do. So I have like some cosmetics, some skincare, some fragrance. And that just, I look at it, I put it on my wall and I look at it every day, and it just reminds me of like how far that I've come and how much farther I have to go, or it just keeps me motivated and keeps me going.
I
Helps me
love
see my progress and map out my future.
that. I love that. I'm big on vision boards. You know it. So I just love that that's a tool that you use, because I deeply believe in, visualizing. It starts here, right? And then you got to let that be seen on something, and then you start to document your process. And so, it becomes a whole big vision. And I love that that is something that you use to motivate you, because I know I'm one to do that myself. Because, this industry is not easy.
Yeah.
Just being an entrepreneur is not an easy thing. And so needing that reassurance, needing something to kind of bring you back to say, this is what you said you're going to do. Let's stay motivated. Let's keep going. I'm glad you have that. I'm so glad you have
Yes,
that.
it keeps me motivated. It keeps me going.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So talk about your support system. How has that been for you during this time? Because this is not an easy thing. So how was that?
It's definitely been great having such a strong support system, especially starting my business. I started my business in the middle of a pandemic. It's been very difficult. I was straight out of undergrad. I didn't have any money to start a business. And my mom was actually the first person. She gave me $200 and I bought my first products with that $200. And that's when I just started experimenting. This was before I even started my graduate program. So
Wow.
definitely having that strong support system. Like my mom believed in me before I even started my graduate program. She bought me that stuff, and it just feels encouraging to know that I have people to back me up. My grandmother, she gives me advice all the time. She'll see me working, she'll come over and she'll be like, you could do this business advice, because she's an entrepreneur as well. She's a
Right.
serial entrepreneur. So it definitely
Yes.
it helps to have people in my corner, and it feels good for real.
Yes.
Oh, and then Aunt Doreen, my aunt, she definitely donated some stuff too.
Mm.
I have such a strong support system, and I am so grateful for them.
Oh, it's very encouraging, and it's good to have that, because it's needed. It is
Yeah.
needed, and
Yeah.
so what is one thing that, with as far as support system, do you have like a meditative thing or spiritual thing that you come to kind of just give you solace, and, kind of add to your support system that's already going on for you on an individual basis?
Yeah, definitely. So, I try, and when I do my research and I'm building my brand, I try to do it prayerfully. I feel like I'm a spiritual person. And you know, even when I'm like doing my devotions, sometimes I'll go on my Bible app and I'll like I'll open up devotions that talk about like, you know, being an entrepreneur and doing it God's way. And, you know, there's regular ideas and then there's God ideas, like stuff like that. And so that has definitely been very encouraging for me, knowing that whatever happens, God's going to take care of me. If my business fails, and, you know, either way, God's going to take care of me. And, you know, he wouldn't put something in my head and have this like huge idea for my business and not let it work out, or not let something work out for me. So that just gives me my encouragement. Yeah.
I love that. I love. So there is a young woman, young man that's out there that might need some gems, some encouragement. You know, they maybe have just started college and they're not sure what they want to do, or they might want to start a business. What is some advice that you would give that young woman or that young boy right now, as far as, you know, just living in your purpose and doing your passion?
I would definitely say that if this is something that you are trying to do, if this is a journey that you're gonna take, make sure that it's something that you definitely have a passion for. This business can get old very quickly if you're gonna look back and say like, dang, this sucks. You know, if it really isn't something that you love to do. I would say work hard at it every day. Because it's, like I said, it should feel like fun, not work. I feel like this business is fun, even so much so that like I'll be up until 4:00 in the morning and not realize it because I'm just having fun with it. I'm having so much fun. And just enjoy the process. This is a really fun process. You know, enjoy it.
I love that. Oh, you heard it here. Enjoy the process. Make sure it's something you really love and have a passion for, and
Yeah.
you're ready to do the work for, because passion's nice, but you got to put the work in so that it can be what it is, you know? I just want to show a few of Keyshawna's products. I am rocking the t-shirt. Y'all see this? Yes. You know, as I showed earlier, her lip moisturizers / glosses, which I love.
Call it gloss.
Oh, yes, honey. But I'm using the right one. Yes, gloss. I love it. And then she gives you, is this like a little magazine, like a little newsletter?
Yeah, we call it a mini magazine.
I love it. Look at the info, y'all. Look at this. It's so nice and bright and just like, it's so engaging. I love it. And there's my girl. Okay, CEO. I love this. Milan, I am so proud of you. Let me just say this. I am so proud of you. You know, I've known you for a long time. And I just love where you're allowing God to lead you, and that even in those times where you feel like you don't know whether this is going to work or not, you keep pushing and you stay prayerful and you keep your support system around you, and you just continue to do that. Make sure you stay toxic free. You know what I mean? Yeah. And keep your eye on the prize. This is going to be big, and I just can't wait to just get all of the products, okay? And then be on your magazines like, yep.
Yes.
I tried her face as I put it myself here, okay? This is so awesome. Thank you so much for doing this. I know that you are going to inspire not only young entrepreneurs, but entrepreneurs who have just already been in the game, just to kind of go back and really look at their why as to why they're doing this. You know what I mean? And encourage them to keep going. So that we can stay connected and be a part of everything Keyshawna. Let the good people know how they can keep in contact with you.
Oh, sure. So we are on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and we just got a TikTok. They're all going to be Keyshawna Official. You can see the Instagram handle right there, Keyshawna, Keseana, Keyshawna Official, and we're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok.
Well, there it is. Y'all can't act like you didn't see it, you didn't know this. Names is one name, okay? So make sure you go and be a part of everything Keyshawna. You're not going to be disappointed, I promise you. All right, y'all. We have come to the end of another great episode with another great favorite person of mine. And she left you a lot of good gems. I know that I've received some. And so I know that you have. And so don't be selfish and not share this with other people. How can you do that? Let me tell you. You can subscribe, you can like, comment, and share with everyone you know. Until then, I look forward to seeing you next time at My Vision is Clear Experiences.